to back in Los Angeles. I finally found somebody who can redo my veneers. Keep in mind, this will be the third time I'm getting my veneers redone. It's going to cost me $30,000 on top of the what already $12,000, $15,000 I've had to spend on my teeth and flying to Miami. So they call me and their offer is, okay, we'll give you your money back if you come in and let us drill your teeth off. I would never let you guys near my teeth again. Then they want to bring up, well, we did Asian doll's teeth and we don't have no issues. Okay, well, whoever did Asian doll's teeth should have been mine. I don't know what's not clicking. I'm in pain every single day. My mouth couldn't even close for weeks. Literally, the dentists who have seen my teeth in LA are like, what did these people do? They put a veneer over a literal. Let me also add, while I was even in the process of getting my teeth redone, I had about 6 different dentists working in my mouth. These people are so unprofessional. Since day one, I should have turned around. I should have turned around. I should have listened to my gut instinct. The office is ghetto. It's completely unorganized. It's absolutely disgusting. Now they're basically, trying to say that they're going to threaten me with legal action as well because I've told them that I have a lawyer. Like, okay, cool, we can do that. These people have ruined so many people's mouth. I'm going to post pictures. I'm going to post their Yelp page. I'm going to show everybody what is going on inside their office.
String to start it and a bigger.
I would let them take a drill near my teeth.
This is
you guys,
5
there's
millimeter.
ridges in the back of my teeth. The veneers are not even completely sealed onto my teeth. I had cement left over
for the second row,
in the back of my
just so
teeth
that the first row could be looser. I learned that trick from.
Imagine biting into an ice cream and automatically it just starts
Hopefully,
tingling in pain.
Mrs. Carol.
That's a good way to describe her pain.
So,
on top of that, she
5
also
feet,
has
right?
weird sensory issues where she's literally sensitive to vibrations. So if she even rubs her feet on the carpet the wrong way, or if she even bangs on a table, automatically the pain goes through her teeth and she starts getting weird little headaches and earaches.
And now, since I've had my sensory issues, carpet drives me crazy. So every day I was just feeling like I was in a sensory overload every single day. So I was like, I need to move out of this house immediately. If you guys saw my viral TikTok video, you saw that I would have to walk around in these rubber Crocs and never take them off because the way that the carpet felt underneath my feet was like nails on a chalkboard. I'm literally getting chills just thinking about it now. So I decided to move into a new home to get away from the carpet in my house. And I know that sounds crazy, and I never thought those words would come out of my mouth because it sounds crazy, but that's how bad my sensory issues had become. Like, even me touching my hair, it's not a comfortable feeling for me. Like, I'll use the words, oh, I can't even touch my hair. I can do everything, but it is uncomfortable for me. To this day, it's still uncomfortable for me.
Do you know anybody that's had
I moved out of my house.
the teeth
I
work
spent
done?
$15,000 moving just alone getting this house. So
Get
I
away
have
from the
this,
carpet.
I'm in my new house now, and
So if you think you got problems,
I spent $15,000 to move in.
That's how painful her teeth are because they basically messed up her whole fucking mouth.
If I could sue, that would be the first thing I'm doing, but I can't do that. It's not possible. Like, can't sue for my sensory issues. My sensory issues are unknown. Every time I go to a doctor, they've never heard of it. And you
it's probably a
can't
lie,
prove
but they're not going to
that they
admit to
gave
that.
you these issues because there's no way to diagnose it specifically. Like, it's just a whole thing. They offered to give me my money back within the first year, and I told them no, so that I could bring awareness because, like, people are just out there getting veneers and whatever the case may be. Like,
These are
my life
obviously
is
2
literally
yards.
ruined
Somehow
because
they got
I got my
engrossed
teeth
or
redone. Like,
entangled.
I'm not even joking. Like,
Look
I'm
up.
constantly
You're
in
still
pain.
going to
I
keep
can't
it
even
moving.
close my mouth properly.
Right?
I have to wear a retainer every
Eventually,
single day,
you get separated.
24/7, pretty much.
I mean,
So
at
here's
least
a
she got a
brand
pretty
new
ass
chain,
smile. I mean, her
5
teeth
feet,
look real
like
good.
my height.
But it really
1,
sucks that these doctors really be using people as lab
2.
rats. I mean, there's risk to everything. If you ask an actual dentist,
Not
do they
quite 3.
recommend veneers?
So
A
you
lot
gotta
of
keep it
dentists
moving.
will genuinely tell you no. If you don't genuinely need it because you're missing teeth, do not get them. So
I used to
basically,
count
she
them, but I
decided to
don't
get her
count
teeth done
them.
in 2018,
Just
and they
weigh
came out
them
pretty
as
good. She got them done in
once you
Beverly
get the
Hills.
measurement of
However,
your height,
6 years
you could
had
pretty
went
much
by, well,
estimate.
technically 5 years had went by, and she decided to pretty much get her teeth redone because fun fact about veneers,
Not.
BBLs, and all these things,
It
you gotta
sometimes
keep
it
up
just
with
looks
them.
like a knot,
Same thing
right?
with these weight loss teas. get these flat tummy teeth that make you diarrhea in the toilet, you have to keep up with them and keep doing it because eventually your body's gonna get used to it and you're gonna be dependent on it. It's like that for most surgeries and most extreme things that people do to their bodies. So basically, she eventually had to get her teeth done. She got them redone, but instead of paying like $30,000 like she initially did when she went to Beverly Hills back in 2018, she wanted to pay a cheaper price.
I had my veneers already for 6 years. My teeth done in Beverly Hills. I had my teeth done for 6 years, and I never had any issues. But I had my teeth for 6 years, so it was time for me to get them redone. So before you come in my comments talking about, oh, well, it's your fault because you want to look a certain way, it was time for me to get them redone. I decided to go here because a friend.
The brain power you want is not in a bottle, capsule, or magic lamp. It's in your brain right now. It's about the size of a cashew. It's over 200 million years old. It's a brainwave, but it's dormant. Think you know what it is? I'd be surprised.
Told me about it, and that was it. Period. Done. Blue, blue, blue.
All she did was see some celebrities on their Instagram page and she automatically thought, oh my god, a celebrity co-signed this, it must be legit. And that's why
Yeah,
sometimes people
don't
kind of
believe
have to
that.
be a little bit
Don't believe the
careful
funk.
when it comes to surgical procedures, because a lot of times these surgeries that a lot of these people get are not FDA approved, they're not legit. When y'all go to Dominican Republic, Colombia, Brazil, or any of these places to get these surgical procedures, like getting your teeth done or getting your hair transplanted done, you have to look at reviews and you have to see if these people have a long track record of good results. Now, immediately when Winter got on the internet and talked about this, a lot of people were quick to
Looks like
quote
a
the
nut.
fact,
Looks like a
oh,
nut.
you're
Looks like a
bully,
nut.
this is your karma, and oh
Looks
my
like
god,
a
this is what
nut.
you deserve.
Looks like a nut.
Winter crying
No, it's
about like
not.
veneers or
I'm
something.
not.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Does she not make fun of
Sometimes
everyone on
things are
here
not
if they don't
always what
have
they
like
look
a
like.
perfect smile or like perfect teeth? She'll be
So,
like,
back to
it's your
measuring.
teeth. Your
Always
teeth are
start at the
messed
top.
up. But yeah, are we just about to pretend that Winter Blanco isn't a bully? I'm sorry. Like that sucks. You can't step on sand or carpet without feeling like television static. But like, what are we supposed to say? Hello,
So
are
missing
we
some
supposed to
space.
just pretend she's not a bully and feel bad for her? Like, what
Thank you
kind
so
of
much for the
ethical
like,
dilemma
guys
is
and
this?
gals.
So
You guys
she's
rock.
in there crying about her mouth and don't nobody hear her. Basically, people are saying that's what you get, and some people are even rejoicing in her pain. Like, that's what you get. Talk about everybody. So we got some lessons here.
Almost
Don't let
there.
nobody play in your mouth, and don't be a bully.
I mean, I can't even be mad because if y'all didn't know, when she had her little 2016 appearance on reality television, she was low-key a bully.
When? The other night.
I don't remember what happened the other night at all.
Okay, because you were talking on the confessional phone. You don't remember that? It doesn't. No. This is me being nice right now. Right? Because you like to play victim. So I'm not going to give you an opportunity to play victim. I'm going to just say, don't talk
See?
on the phone
Told
and
you.
then come home and
Well,
be
you know what?
cool.
We're gonna add this one on just to be funky. Watch.
Okay?
As soon as this one is done, because I'm about to turn
Let
it.
me start by saying
Okay,
that
it's gonna be the second
shitting
row.
on somebody who's literally
We have
having
one.
poor health is not a joke. There are people who have done the most disgusting things to me and probably most disgusting things to you. But you shouldn't wish bad health on anybody because life has a funny way of humbling people. Also kind of has to deal with the actions of her consequences because, I mean, on national television, she did bully somebody and she was kind of a mean girl. But again, people can change. But not to mention that Winter also made fun of somebody's teeth. So she made fun of somebody for having yellow and messed up teeth. And now she can't even close her damn mouth.
Oh, I said some slick shit like, why is your body teeth so yellow? You worried about the wrong color. Shit like, why is your body teeth so yellow? You worried about the wrong color.
The problem with the generation being so fucking lazy is that instead of going to a fucking orthodontist or talking to a dentist and getting advised by a dentist about the underlying issues they may have, a lot of people are quick to go and put
Don't
dentures
forget,
in their
this
mouth
color is not gonna be here long.
especially if they
I know
get
she's done,
celebrities and then they get on the internet and
almost
make you
done.
think this shit is all cute, but they don't talk about the negative aspects that come with it. For example, Tana Mojo had a horrible experience with her teeth recently.
You guys, it's about.
Her teeth fell out. Nobody
And then you got
hears.
people like
It's on the
DDG
video.
said the same thing. where he had a very bad experience with his veneers. Where
I'm watching
DDG is
Troy.
also going through a
He's
lot of
funny.
hardship and pain with his veneers, and now he's trying to get them replaced. He's going through an issue right now with his veneers, and he's telling people that he wishes he never got them.
I can't really open my mouth like I be wanting to. Like when I be talking, it's like
He
I
said
halfway
normal.
open my mouth. It's because I got these plastic teeth in my mouth. Can y'all tell? Can't really tell. They look pretty good, but they feel weird as hell. Like they basically took out my so they could redesign the other ones because I was having like sensitivity issues with my teeth. My front two teeth, they like hella sensitive and shit. So I was like, I need you to redesign this motherfucker, make it stronger or something, wrap it all the way around it too, so I don't feel shit when I'm eating it. You know what I'm saying? Smoking, whatever the fuck I want to do. So I got these plastic ones on, and I talk, like sometimes I can't open my mouth all the way because these motherfuckers feel a little weird in my mouth. And you see the difference. Like, you see, as I get closer, yeah, these are just a little yellower.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? Look a little weird, so I don't know.
And
So
that's
you
the
know what? We're
definition
gonna
of you'll
start with
fuck
that
around
white
and
that was
find out.
entangled with it.
It's
Keep
funny
it
how
together,
DDG
right?
is now
Why
having
not?
issues with his veneers, and mind you, he hasn't even had them that long. And he was going hard in the paint about how
And this
if
one
you
is
had
not
the
that
money,
long
you can do it
itself.
too if you wanted to. Literally just last year.
You know how your teeth yellow and shit? I know your teeth look like cheese. But I ain't want my teeth like that, so I went and got them done. And I enhanced them and shit. You know, if you had the money to do it,
Okay, I'm gonna double knot it right here. It's nothing crazy or anything, but I
You
do have to lay it down.
Your teeth don't mean nothing. You don't need your teeth, bro. Your original teeth, you don't need them. Okay? You get veneers,
See
you
that
just look
double
better.
tie?
You smile better. Look, I just look cuter. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the veneers and shit. A few moments
Maybe today
later,
that.
low-key feel like I shouldn't have got them.
Yeah.
Because the teeth that I was born with, well, these motherfuckers was cool. They weren't bad at all. Like I didn't need to. And I do be going through
Because
like
now the new ones are hurting
going to
him.
the dentist back and forth and all that other
It's
shit.
fake.
Get motherfucking
They shave down
root
your
canals,
original
all that
tooth
extra
and they
shit.
put on top of it this
It's
silicone
doing
or
too
whatever
much, but
that
I look great.
A
hardening
lot of
thing
you
is.
see these people with their pretty Colgate $1 million smile, but y'all don't realize the price that comes with it. When it comes down to getting veneers, here's
Alright,
one
here
thing
we
people
go.
don't
New
realize.
color.
Just like a BBL, you have to get a veneer checkup. You have to get your veneers done literally every 6 to 8 years. You have to get them done. You have to
just
get them
continue
replaced.
as you
If you don't
normally
take
would.
care of them, like floss them, brush them, and take care of them,
Later
you're
we'll
gonna
cut
have
that.
to get them
But right
replaced a
now,
lot
let's just
earlier
keep it
than that.
moving.
On top of that, when you get veneers, your breath is going to be stank as fuck. On top of having stank breath, you're also going to be
Yeah, because they're gonna have decay and all this other stuff hiding between
if
your
you were to
back
ever
and in
want to
between
remove them,
the
you
other
want
thing
it
and
out
your
because
actual
you're tired of
gum
having
line.
perfect shiny
Just-
teeth looking like Chip Skyler and shit. There's nothing you can do because once you're all in with veneers, you're always
I forgot to
they literally
switch.
have to shave
So
off
now,
your
at
teeth
least you guys
for
can
the
see the
perfect
difference now.
veneers. For perfect
See, this
porcelain
is
veneers,
5
you have to
millimeter,
shave
right?
down your teeth.
Now I'm gonna knit
And
it with.
there's no removing them unless they put like a crown over it,
Now I'm
and
gonna
that's
knit
about
it
it.
with
But that's the
4.5.
reality of veneers. On top
Now
of
you'll
that, what
see
they
that
don't
there's
tell
a
you is this:
difference.
a lot of these veneer techs on TikTok are illegal. A lot of people can't afford $20,000, $50,000, or like Lil Yachty paying like $80K for veneers. So a lot of people are going to these veneer techs in Atlanta who are on TikTok advertising themselves. Yes, if you guys didn't know, there's literally courses online and physical courses where you learn how to put veneers in people's mouths.
Were you born between 1969 and 1979? If so, you can get a Le Creuset cookware set completely free. And I can tell you right now, this is going to upset a ton of people because we're giving away these
Can you
incredible
notice?
Le Creuset cookware sets completely free
Can you notice
to
the
anyone who was
difference
born between 1969 and
between
1979. No need to
1
enter credit
second?
card or pay anything. Just answer a few quick.
Can you notice the difference
2024 is around the
between
corner, and this is the perfect time to
the
perfect your craft
5.5
or start a new business
versus these?
specifically in the dental
These
cosmetic
three?
world. January 27th and 28th, VBS Smiles will be offering a class to help you start your veneer
And
business.
the
This 2-day class
4.5
will
millimeter.
not only offer a vendor's list skills and cater, you will also
But you
learn
can't see
some
the
premium
difference outside of
veneer techniques. You will be learning
it's
how
just
to
a
do
little
veneer
tighter.
maintenance, veneer cleaning, how to replace missing teeth, and also learn how to perfect those veneers. You will also be learning how to market your veneer business on social media and also in person. Register yourself
Moving right
today.
along. Don't forget,
Don't
guys.
make this anybody
You
else.
can suggest the
Get
color.
ready to start your
If
new
I got
year
it,
off
I'll put
right
it on
with
there.
the veneer business. You can literally change a person's life.
Call police, bitch. Call police. This is literally a scam. This is literally a felony charge if you do any type of medical practice in somebody's mouth. These classes will teach you how to
I'm
do
making a
veneers,
scarf.
but what they don't teach you is it's
Planet of
literally
Mars, I'm
illegal
making a
to
scarf.
practice being a medical professional. Fun fact, dentists are actually doctors. I'm pro-surgery, but I'm also pro, you gotta put your health first and you gotta do some research. Because a lot of people are gonna wake up one day and they're gonna end up going through one of those situations where they see a commercial on TV that says, if you were a victim of poor veneers done by a dumbass veneer tech, you are entitled to compensation and no refunds. Like those commercials that pop up on TV about things that people thought were healthy and okay for them, and then they end up realizing that they should really be suing because what was done was actually illegal. Let's not forget about the whole ass shot epidemic. So I'm old enough to where I
I'm gonna
remember
show
the
you
epidemic of ass shots. Now y'all remember that era where back
one
in
I
like
already
2003,
did.
2004, when the whole video Vixen era came out, a lot of people wanted
So
a
that way
big
you can
banging
see
butt like
how
Coco, or
colorful.
wanted to look like Kim Kardashian and wanted to, look like Buff the Body. That was an era where a lot of people were trying to get a big ass and a small
Do the
waist.
voodoo that you
Back
do?
then, that was really
What kind of
attainable
voodoo?
by simply getting ass shots because a lot of people couldn't afford Brazilian butlers because it was way more expensive and it was more so exclusive to a lot of big name entertainers back then. So a lot of people in New York City, a lot of people in Miami, and a lot of people all across the West Coast flew out to Miami or they flew
I
out to
am
the
about it,
Caribbean
baby.
to get
You know
illegal
voodoo
butt
here.
injections. And guess what? Now a lot of them are dead. Even to this day, there are still people dying and still doing illegal butt shots. There's a lot of trans women still trying to get butt shots. There's a lot of women who are trying to compete in the strip club because they're trying to look fly and compete with the bottle girls. There's a lot of women who are trying to compete with the girls on Instagram or compete with the girls from down the block. So they're getting illegal
This
butt
one has
injections
windows.
in somebody's basement in New York City.
And I
There was
always
a
do
woman
a
who literally
lot of
got
colors.
arrested and is going to do a long time in jail
Outside I like
for
to make
literally
it
doing
solid
illegal butt shots
because,
in
you
her
know,
basement.
nobody wants to look
Information
like me
tonight on
on
a
the
man
right.
died after getting an
What
illegal
I do,
injection in the rear in the
this
Bronx.
distinguishes
They
my
say
scars
Alaska
from
Castillo has been
everybody
arrested in
else's.
connection to the death of that woman. Sources say the 44-year-old will be charged with
It's a little
manslaughter
harder to
for the
tell
death
where
of
it
Lesbia
begins or
Ayala.
ends.
The 49-year-old victim from Philadelphia died this past June after police say the
It
suspect
makes
gave her
people want to
silicone
continue staring
injections.
at you
The
because,
alleged botched
like,
procedure, the
wow,
plastic surgery, happened on Stewart Avenue in Castle Hill.
if
Police
you're
records
wearing
show
the solid
Castillo has
black,
been in and
wow.
out of jail over the past few years for
And
illegal
not
procedure.
to mention that it keeps your neck
That
down.
crazy ass
You know?
bitch literally killed somebody because she put shit that nobody even knows what was in that syringe to make
Right,
somebody's
back to
butt
work.
bigger. In many cases, people are even putting the shit you find in jet fuel that you put in airplanes in their ass
So right
as
now I'm
well.
in my
Yeah, that's
second
right. The
color.
woman I spoke to says Denise Ross, also known as Wee Wee, along with Jimmy Clark, gave her
And I'm
injections
only in my
3 years
first
ago.
row.
And now the substance they put into her body, she says silicone, is causing her some painful health problems.
The first and second
Your
row suck
bottom
butt, I
It's
think.
like what? Tell me. Swelling hard, very hard.
The first one is
Very
always
hard.
the easiest, and the second
Angela
one
Richards showed me her dozens of medications. Right
is
here,
the
right here
cheapest.
is where it's swollen. Even had me feel the hardening she described.
By the
Complications
time you get
that
to the
began a
second
year ago,
actual
she
row,
says, from shots she
you
paid
can actually,
$520
you have something
for
else to hold on,
enhance her backside. Oh, yes, it was painful. Richards says these two people administered her injections back in 2012. Denise Ross and Jimmy Clark, both now wanted for practicing medicine without a license. The attorney representing Ross tells Fox 4 she's planning to surrender. But first, he's trying to convince a judge to lower her $250,000 bond amount, which he considers excessive. It's a case that came to light after a Dallas woman, Waukesha Reed's body, was discovered in the Deep Ellum shop, allegedly where an illegal butt shots clinic operated. Richard says the decision
yourself
was
first
the
taker.
worst she's ever made. What's your feeling?
I guess that's probably what they thought about Jeff Bezos when he first started Amazon. You're crazy. You're delulu. And now look at him. The richest,
Either
one
that
of
or
the
the
richest men on
presence
earth.
want to damage my immune system, and I'm
Hush your mouth up.
going
If
to
you ain't got
That's
nothing nice to
my
say.
biggest fear.
Right?
Out on license, the Guilford County Sheriff says Loretta Cheek
Right now,
injected
this
an
is just enough
exotic
for me to
dancer
tie
with a disfiguring
the
liquid or
next one.
gel. The
So,
dancer had wanted to enhance
you
her
guys are
backside and
talkative.
says she paid Cheek $500 to perform the
Do you
procedure in a
guys want this
hotel
color
room.
next?
Later, the woman complained of burns around the injection
This
site.
color
Cheek was
next?
convicted in 2008 of administering silkskin shots without a doctor's supervision. At that time, investigators said at least 3 customers developed serious medical conditions because of those procedures.
This beautician pleaded guilty to giving a botched buttocks injection inside an unlicensed Queens clinic
This
and
color?
killed a Maryland woman.
It's like a
39-year-old
hunter
Francis
green.
was extradited from England and arraigned on charges including criminally negligent homicide. She's entered a plea of not guilty.
And to this day, people are getting locked up and reprimanded and
Don't forget,
condemned for putting
I'm at
bullshit
white.
inside of people's butts. And then
Oh,
people are
baby
still
white,
getting like
little speckle
murdered,
with some baby
killed
blue in
because
there.
they wanted to get a big,
So, what
big
do you
old
think?
butt
Should I
like
go
Nicki
with the dark
Minaj.
color?
This keeps
The
happening.
light
This has
color,
been
back to
happening
beige?
since the early 2000s. You know, back in the early 2000s, people thought this was a cute little thing, and oh, everyone's doing this, so why not? And then now look at them. So to see all these random
Lighter
people
green?
say that they're specializing in veneers, to see these people have
Or-
veneer certificates after taking a 2-day course,
How
I'm
about
absolutely
peach?
disgusted that this is
With
even a
like some
normalized
peach.
thing. You know,
But
I'm all for
remember now, it's
surgery,
gonna
but I'm
be
all for
light.
people doing it the right way. You know, first we got
So
these
it's gonna
fucking
be
people
3
doing
light
these
colors.
pyramid schemes, then we got these people talking about flipping
Any
money, and
suggestions, anyone?
now we got veneer tax. People out here pretending to be doctors because they want to fucking make some quick couple
If you give me a
$1,000. People
like,
charging like
I'll just go ahead
$2,000
and
for a
pick a
whole set
color
of
for
fucking
it.
teeth. Gonna have you walk around looking like fucking jaws and shit.
Also have
Now let me ask you all this question. Before you ever decide to ever get veneers, ask your
I don't know how
dentist.
you guys
Do
feel
they
about
recommend? If
brown.
your dentist tries to go above and beyond to promote you getting veneers, ask them this.
How
Would
about
they
brown? You
get
guys want
veneers?
some
Or how
brown?
about this? If you go to a veneer tag,
Let's go.
look at their
You
mouth.
want green?
Do they have nice teeth? And if they do, ask them who the hell did they veneers.
Mm.
That was the era, and this is what the new era is. The new era
I
is
think
now
I'll go
people are
with the
getting
hunter.
cheap ass
Hunter green.
veneers and are putting shit in their teeth.
Like one of my
Even though they're like
bosses,
in their
his name is
20s.
Mr.
And
Hunter.
fun fact, a
So
lot
I'll
of
go
these
with Hunter
veneer
green.
tech classes that last about 2 to 3 days are being
All of these
hosted by
yarns
actual
were
dentists.
donated
If you don't want to open your third eye, then don't watch this video.
donated
This
to
method
me
isn't for
or
everyone.
to anyone
If
that comes.
experiencing what it's like to have an open eye sounds interesting, then you are really going to like this.
And
This
then we
recently
make
leaked
we
30-second
make
method is so
scars and then
powerful at activating the pineal third eye
the end where
that a few
it
elite
depends on how you look
individuals
at
have
it.
kept
It's
it under
really
wraps
the
for
beginning of
centuries.
each month.
But now the
We
information
submit
is
all our
out,
work.
and people across the world are using it to manifest everything they desire in a very short
You can
amount
tell
of
I've
time.
used this before because look,
Did you know that every night,
see that little hole?
in the
I
quiet
love
hours
to see
between
that hole.
10 p.m. and 3
This tells me
a.m.,
that I
something
have this.
extraordinary happens
You can
within
see
you?
it, right? This
The
last row
pineal
here,
center in your brain,
the second to
often
last row,
referred to as the
third
mystical
to
third
last
eye,
row,
awakens to its full potential,
fourth to
releasing
last
crucial
row,
hormones for your
and
well-being
then
and
the
internal
very
healing.
inner fifth,
If you want to
right?
discover the
And
real
then
truth
probably
about your
sixth or
being
seventh
and
row
how you're
here.
truly connected to the
And
universe
then
through your
now we're
pineal
gonna join it.
core,
So I'm gonna
plus
stick
how to
this over
start
there
experiencing
in front of
psychic
me,
abilities,
so that way
clairvoyance, or
it
manifest
doesn't
wealth
get
fast,
entangled
then all
with
you need to
my
do is try this 30-second method by clicking the blue Watch Now button. Can this previously unknown 30-second method unlock the God within you? What if the barriers between the physical and the spiritual realms were merely an illusion? What if there was a bridge within us linking us to both realms seamlessly? See, a leaked neuroscience experiment revealed that a small area in our brain called the third eye is, in fact, the link between our spiritual and
Sorry
physical
guys, open
worlds.
up.
Although it's a physical organ, this pineal mystical center is
Of
deeply
course we don't
connected to
open
the
up, but
function of the spiritual
I don't know
world.
what time it is,
The
wherever
main
you're
one
at
is
right now.
clairvoyance.
But if it's
That's
the
why
morning,
great
good
thinkers
morning.
like
And if
Rene
it's a
Descartes
good
believe
evening,
that
good
our
evening.
soul
If it's
resides within
afternoon,
our mystical center,
good sunny
which is
afternoon to
often
you.
called the third eye.
Over here, it
Activating
was
this mystical
pretty
gateway the
sunny
right way
today.
is like opening a
There was
door
a
to seeing
chance
things
of
beyond our normal vision. We're talking
rain,
supernatural level stuff here. Lucid
but it didn't
dreaming,
happen, so that was
telepathy,
good.
and even manifesting wealth fast.
Alright,
And this
here
isn't
we go.
just some sci-fi fantasy because a leaked neuroscience experiment is
After
backing this
the
up.
hunter bee.
They confirmed tapping into this gateway on
Hey, this is my
No wonder you guys left the commercials now. I'm sorry, guys.
Here in Atlanta, they have more than 20 years of experience in
Girls.
compulsory beliefs. We should be able to can share with you all the secrets for do the best compulsory beliefs. Together we trained over
I'm just
300
tripping
people
out
on how
down
to
here.
successfully do composite veneers. If you're interested in the composite veneer training, this is a class you wouldn't want to miss. In this 2-day class, we'll be teaching you everything you
2-day
need to know
class to
about
do dentistry. He's right. You know, dentists are doctors, right? Most people don't. They think they're cosmetics, but they're doctors.
Is here, but don't forget, like all the things, there's a little something to it. We only have limited availability. So secure your spot with a deposit today, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Like that, baby.
While I
All
get
these
to
people are
knitting,
getting these big ass sweet parties.
you guys can think
shit,
about which
and they're young as hell. Some of y'all are
new
so
color should I
young.
introduce
And
next.
the one thing a dentist, a licensed professional dentist will tell you is
You're
you
gonna
need to
have a
keep
gray
as
here.
many
These
teeth in
are
your mouth as
my
possible.
leftovers.
If you're gonna replace
I
teeth,
love
replace like
leftovers.
1 or 2 or 3.
Because you
Or
can use
get
them
Invisalign. Or if you can't get
to
Invisalign,
make
get
inventions
braces.
like these.
You know, get those things. You know, those things will actually last you a lot longer. You know, people want to laugh at adults who have braces or Invisalign, but you can literally in the next 2-3 years have a nice, pretty smile if you take care of your teeth and you keep Invisalign. On top of that,
Yeah,
it's the
don't do what I
safest route,
did.
the
I didn't
best
take care
option.
of my
You
teeth.
know, a lot of these people who are
I'm
working on their
almost 50.
teeth and also doing crazy things like putting lip fillers in people's lips in their basements or in their bedrooms are crazy. They're scammers. They're this new
And
generation
smoke
of
cigarettes.
scammers.
Stay
Like
away
back
from
then,
them.
people were
It's a
doing
really bad
LLMs and
addiction.
Wake Up Now and join my pyramid scheme and join my team and sell this tea and sell this milkshake.
I'm
And
probably
now
preaching
people
to
are,
the
and
choir,
then
right,
after that,
guys?
people went towards doing all types of crazy pyramid schemes, like trying to
Girls.
sell insurance to some pyramid scheme company. Then people went towards
I
around
know it
trying to
doesn't
do all
look like
types of
much right
crazy
now, but
shit to make some quick
soon.
money. Like, hey, if you follow me and follow these 10 people and, you know, DM you on Instagram, you know, send me your bank information and, you know, you could turn 72 cents to $17,000. They see some shit on TikTok. They see their favorite Instagram models promoting these fucking waist trainers that are rearranging their fucking organs and shit. Even though their favorite Instagram models literally got surgery to look like that. And people are still not doing their research and just quickly buying things. Problem here is patience. I feel like that's the key word of the day. People need to learn how to be patient. You need to hurry up and wait. You can't just get things instantly from the click of a button or from simply just scamming your way to the top or trying to do pyramid schemes and trying to hustle people and haggle people to get some money. The problem with the generation, people don't want to start from the bottom no more. People don't want to create something from nothing and then build it up. Or people don't want to work at the bottom and then build their way up and work their way up
Not
and then hustle
anymore.
and find something
Hey,
good
why
that
you
works
do
for them.
share
Everybody
mine?
thinks that they can get things instantly,
Trying to
right
make a
now,
job. We're
right
trying to
now,
find me a
quick.
job, create
But
a
it's
job
okay.
if I
Let
have
them
to.
learn. Rest in
But I
pain,
wanna.
bitch. At the end of the day,
I've
if you
always
if
worked.
you want to fuck up your teeth and you want to inject stuff in your butt, have fun. I'll be over here laughing and watching history repeat itself in the next 10 years when a lot of y'all end up dropping dead. But yeah,
Wow.
that's that. But I'm not for this video. If you just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys thought I was being dramatic. Let me know if you guys are post surgery.
No,
Overall, just let me
if it's
know
not done
what
right,
your
yeah,
opinions are.
it
That's
can
not
be
this
really
video.
painful.
And yeah, choice out.
Alright, you guys want to go back to bowling? Because when I was listening to bowling, you guys were here. But thank you for the fifth one. Fifth like that is. Thank you for you 10 for being here. Oh, don't go anywhere because of this horrible singing. That's not really my fault.
What's happening?
What is it?
What's happening?
What?
What's happening?
Oh, nothing. They have uncovered text messages from Courtney Clay's parents discussing hacking the victim's laptop.
Did you throw a bottle of water glass at me?
Yes. Yes. I want a restraining order against Christian Gonzalez.
You look like the type of girl that only dates like rich guys. Is that true?
Let me clarify. I only date rich.
Okay, rich black guys. There we go.
Have you
you ever been in a toxic relationship? If you've had the displeasure of experiencing one, whether it's an ex-friend, an ex-lover, or an ex-boss, you know that there are very low lows, but there can also be some very high highs. This is Courtney Clenny and
Yeah, as the
Christian
first two rows are not very
a young,
exciting, guys,
fit,
but wait till I
stylish
get to the
couple
third
living
row.
a fast-paced life in Miami,
If you
and
stick
for
around.
them, there were a lot of high highs. Shopping sprees, sports cars, weekend trips to Aspen, and also a fair amount of drugs. When I said high highs, yeah, I meant that literally. Courtney Clenny, also known as Courtney Taylor on her Instagram, where she has over 2 million followers, had a reputation as a party girl, and she already had racked up 2 charges in her home state of Texas for DWIs at ages 18 and 25.
Hello? Hi. Do me a favor, I want you to stay right where you are, okay? What's happening?
What is it?
What's happening?
What?
What's happening?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing? Do you know where you are right now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, where are you?
Where am I?
Yes. Dear, where are you right now, dear?
What'd you say?
Where are you right now?
Where am I?
Yes.
Now, their lifestyle was mostly financed by Courtney's very successful OnlyFans account, while Christian was a former college football player at Abilene Christian University in Dallas, Texas, who had pivoted post-graduation to being an entrepreneur and was a self-described young black professional, which for Christian meant investing in crypto, among other things. Now, the Austin nightlife scene in the second half of 2020 is a phrase that should raise a few eyebrows, because if you remember, there was a little thing called the virus, remember that thing? Well, regardless, that's allegedly when and where Courtney and Christian first met, and according to a mutual friend, the pair became very close very quickly, which we'll talk about that red flag later. But from the outside, they were the picture-perfect Instagram couple, but in real life, friends noticed a disturbing dynamic between Courtney and Christian during group outings that often ended in screaming matches. Yeah.
Yes, and I am so sorry. Shut up! Let me slap you! Give me my phone! You have your phone.
I don't have it anymore.
Tumultuous doesn't even begin to describe their relationship. Like when Courtney showered Christian with lavish gifts thanks to her OnlyFans income, like buying him an all-new set of Louis Vuitton luggage, but only because she had passed his old luggage off the apartment balcony. Yeah. Tumultuous. But somehow, in spite of all of this, in January 2022, the couple decided that it was time to take the next step. And Christian moved into One Paraíso, Courtney's luxury high-rise apartment on the Miami waterfront, which, by the way, cost $10,000 a month in rent. Like, holy little bits. And they had lived together for almost 4 months when a tragedy struck that would change the lives of the couple living in the apartment 2201 forever, as those high highs were all about to come crashing down to the lowest lows. But first, oh hi, hello, it's Swoop, and welcome to the dark waters of the cesspool, the place where everything and everyone is sus. Or is it us? Come on in, the water's fine. Welcome back, Suspirians. I hope you're ready to get into the details of this case. Like, this story is absolutely wild and so shocking and got so much, like, deeper and darker than I ever anticipated when I was first looking into this. So just brace yourself for that. If you're new here, and there's a lot of new people here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is my second channel. On my main channel, Swoop, I do full-length deep dives, and over here we take smaller dips into the dark waters of bizarre, twisted, sus stories while trying to figure out who or what belongs in the cesspool. So, my dear Suspirians, feel free to guess along with us in the comments about where this story might be headed, and if it's what the outcome you think is going to happen. I almost guarantee it's not going to be what you think, but as the story unfolds, let's find out together what is going on and why. And if you're into mind-bending, dark, or twisted tales, we get into spooky stories sometimes, subscribe to this channel, bring a towel, and go ahead and flirt with the like button. You can give her some flowers and tickle the bottoms of her feet so she gives you a giggle. She really likes that. Okay, we're gonna dive face first into this, but first, I have a quick question.
Yes, she really does.
How do you sleep at night?
Give me
Don't
a
act
like,
like you
give
don't
me
know
a
what I'm
like.
talking about. No, seriously, how are you actually sleeping at night? I don't know about you, but for most of my life, I slept like trash. It took me forever to fall asleep. sleep, I would toss and turn all freaking night. And that mixed with chronic back and neck pain, honey, you did not want to wake up next to me in the morning. But my sleep has honestly never been better since I've been sleeping with my Helix Sleep mattress for over 2 years now. So another huge thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. They've been a huge supporter of our community, and I just love them so much. Their Labor Day sale is running now, and it's a great time to upgrade your mattress. You can get 25% tuning their overbid sleep if you instantly cool sleep more awesome who also be 2, 3. Like up in person, and I hated it. So getting this online happened, and I love my Helix mattress, so it's really this limit to.
Another commercial? Are they serious? Wow.
A relationship between a former bikini model and a former college football player kind of sounds like something straight out of a Gossip Girl spin-off show, but it didn't take too long for some major red flags to start flying for these lovers. Like the time in August of 2021 when Courtney and Christian took a trip with their friends to Palm Springs, California, where another influencer allegedly witnessed Courtney beating on Christian and pushing him. Why? Courtney thought Christian was looking at another woman, allegedly, an accusation that would become a common theme in the relationship and a frequent reason for their fights. And the fighting wasn't limited just to Palm Springs. Like, friends mentioned that on multiple occasions, Courtney hit Christian while they were out as a group in downtown Austin, and sometimes the couple would disappear mid-outing only to be discovered in a private fight. So here's some words from a friend. Quote, "They would leave and we'd go looking for them. We were always kind of worried about what was happening or if it was escalating. There was one time I pulled up and they were in a car alley and she was hitting him as I walked up." Yeah, out the gate, it's bad. And remember, this is a very short, amount of time that they've been together. Like, one night, Courtney even pushed Christian down a set of stairs at an apartment party in full view of other party guests. And I'm just kind of wondering, did anybody say anything? Was anybody gonna step in? Because again, let's get the perspective really quick. We're talking about a young, attractive woman who's doing this to a fit former football player guy. It's not the typical thing
If you
that
were
people
to hit
think
her
they're
back,
used
boy.
to seeing, right?
Wow.
But yeah, as we're gonna learn, abuse doesn't care about gender
I'm not
roles.
condoning
Now,
it.
allegedly,
Yeah, I'm just
this
saying.
girl had no shame when it came to harming on her man in public or in private, and often in front of witnesses. Now, another of their favorite topics to square off about: money. I know, shocking, right? People arguing about money. But
That's what they
Courtney's
say is the
lucrative
number one
OnlyFans
argument
account was
amongst mates.
reportedly supporting both of their lifestyles, and she began to use Christian as her
husband
de
and wife.
facto assistant in the work, but she didn't want to pay him or share her money with him in that regard. So kind of getting the free labor here, right? Christian managed her schedule and helped out during photo shoots and supposedly earned a percentage through Courtney's management companies. So it's kind of hard to say whether or not he
Should I
was
change
fairly
colors if I get her
compensated
heart?
without
I mean,
more
sorry, if I
details,
get another
but
like,
one
I'll
thing
change
is
colors.
certain: Courtney was calling the shots, and gender factors aside,
plenty of this
held a
green
lot of the power in this relationship, the way it appears. Now, during public fights, Christian would, quote, kind of just stand there like a stick figure. He would just stand there and take it. If she put her hands on him, he would never put his hands back on her. I don't even think he would try to stop her from hitting him. Now, friends of the couple say that Courtney's heavy drinking contributed to her violent behavior, and that she threatened others
That's why I stopped drinking.
jokingly
Not because
in
of
the
that, but
past, as if alcohol is an excuse for being
It's not good for
violent
the
and
liver.
threatening. Newsflash, it's
Especially for the
not,
women.
but she would
Tears
jokingly,
you up.
they're saying he even was jabbing a pair of scissors at someone, which I'm sorry, but I'm just
Men's
who in the
body don't
thinks that
absorb
jabbing scissors
alcohol
at
the way a
someone is a
woman's
joke?
body
I
does,
just,
because we're mostly
especially when you see
pudgy.
that this is allegedly
We're
how they are
voluptuous.
treating their partner in public.
And
So now the
alcohol,
Palm Springs incident that I mentioned at the beginning of this
when it
video
can't
was
be
only the tip of
processed,
the iceberg,
will get
and
stored
after
there,
8 long
causing all
months,
types of havoc
which is
in
really, those are
health
short months,
conditions.
but also very long months, the tension between Courtney and Christian was building to a
You would actually
major,
just,
nasty fight,
you
and
think
would
you're okay
lead to
from being
Courtney
drunk
catching a domestic battery charge. Yeah.
I decided to call
after they're
because
drunk enough.
it wasn't that I was scared or anything. It wouldn't hurt me. Did you throw a bottle at him or a glass at him? You say well, yes. Yes.
The cop examines the condition
looks
of
like
their
I'm gonna
room.
finish this
It's a
roll with
wreck.
solid green.
I don't feel I should be getting arrested.
Can I get a thumbs up? I'll
She's
change the
put in
color.
manacles.
Is this like a overnight ordeal?
12-hour hold.
12-hour hold?
The couple was staying at the Cosmopolitan Casino in Las Vegas when she hurled a glass at him while he was trying to sleep because he didn't want to sleep in the bed.
If you
He
give me a
wanted to
thumbs
sleep
up,
on the
I'll change the
couch.
color.
So she threw a glass at him. I don't even, you're thinking the same, we're on the same page here. Now, sadly, like many toxic and abusive relationships, the domestic
this
battery
green
charge
color
wasn't
really
enough
nice
for either
on
of
the
them
fingers.
to end the relationship. But now it was
I
on
mean,
record
knitters and
that
crocheters
this
out there know what
relationship
I'm
was
talking about.
dangerous. Like, I'm
Not every
talking
yarn is the
knives
same.
out and not in the joking, jabbing of the scissors kind of way. So, any guesses where this
Some
story
yarn
is
is
about to
hard
go
to work
next?
with
It's going to escalate very
than others,
quickly. Then
you know?
we're gonna maybe pull back a
This
little
green
bit,
really feels
maybe,
smooth.
and then it's going to get much, much worse.
Uh-oh, my battery's at 15%, guys and gals. I don't know how long I could be here.
It was October of
Even if
2021.
we go off,
Most
I'll
people will be
probably
using their
continue
kitchen
knitting.
knives to carve pumpkins for Halloween, but not Courtney. Oh, no,
You know, all
not
that
Courtney.
phone
Courtney
charge.
decided one night to take a knife and aimed right for her partner, Christian, literally stabbing him in the leg. Yeah, I told you, this escalates quickly. And it gets worse. Now, the injury to the leg was not fatal, but I can
Still,
imagine
what
it
the
hurt
hell?
like a
Yeah.
freaking bit. And I would have to imagine that would be like quite shocking to Christian. I mean, like, can you imagine being in this relationship? And number one, if you're in a relationship, anything remotely like this, please, if you could safely get out, please get out. But him, allegedly enduring the physical, the hitting, but maybe not thinking that it would ever escalate to a literal knifing. I mean, people just, you don't think that things could go there, right? It's not. Yeah. Now, we can't be sure what led up to this stabbing, or if they were fighting, or if this was like out of nowhere, if she was, drinking or whatever, because a police report was never made, which is unfortunately all too common with DV for like a million different reasons. We're not going to place any shame or blame on anyone for not reporting this. So our only evidence of this incident comes directly from text exchanges between Courtney and Christian that night and in the days following the knifing.
Hopefully, this will give you time to think about your actions. Enjoy the hospital. Tell them your side, then I'll tell them what happened.
I'm not saying anything.
LMAO. You should.
I'm going now. I'm a state football incident.
And then leave me the alone. Okay? Have fun?
Baby, can you come with me? I lost a lot of blood.
Let me know how it goes. See you later.
I really, really hope you didn't cheat on me, Courtney. I really, really hope so. I'm so scared. I don't know where the you are. And you slept, or you're somewhere else at 4 in the morning, and you don't contact me? I was in the hospital looking forward to seeing you, and you go drink and leave with someone? When your boyfriend is passed out on the bed getting stitched up because I lost too much blood?
I love you so much, Christian. I should have been at the hospital with you, and I should have slept next to you as I always have.
But I didn't.
I'm truly, genuinely sorry that my actions hurt you so deeply. That was not my intention. But it's reality, and I have to do what I can to make it right. I don't think something like that deserves a second chance, but if you do stick around, I think we can be happy and make each other happy if we just try harder. I don't think either of us wants to do life without the other person. I'm so sorry, and have deep regret for putting you and us in this position.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but just going by these texts, Courtney stabbed Christian, told him to report it, laughed at him when he said he wasn't going to say anything, and then while he's like literally bleeding and getting stitched up in the hospital, she goes out and possibly cheats on him, or like it's a little like fuzzy on like figuring this out. Like, was she saying that like was it like she cheated on him before? Did she cheat on him after she leaves with someone while he's in the hospital? I just like, am I reading this right? I think I am. Am I reading this right? No. Again, like, here's the thing, we gotta reel it in a little bit. These are just messages with little context, right? We can't paint an entire picture from just these texts. Yes, we have witnesses from previous fights saying that she repeatedly would hit him, and that Christian just, stood there like a stick figure. So if we're only going to go by that, then this looks like an ongoing DV situation where Christian is the victim trapped in a relationship with a serial abuser and a
dangerous one at that. So far, we know that Courtney was making the bulk of the money in the relationship, right? Courtney was physically aggressive multiple times, and Courtney literally stabbed his leg and allegedly cheated. So it looks like Courtney is at the top of the power dynamic in this relationship and at the top of the cesspool list, right? Let me know in the comments right now, what do you think? And of course, like I hinted a little bit earlier, I can't help but think, like, if the roles were reversed and Christian was seen hitting Courtney many times by friends, and the stare incidents, like doing these things in public, and their friends are seeing it, random people in public are seeing it, and then she shows up at the hospital with a knife wound to the leg, and then he went out and cheated while she was getting stitches. What do you think people's immediate reaction would be? I mean, look at the two of them. Look at them right now. Like, what do you think people's reaction if all of these claims were against him doing it to her? Now, if we go off the current information that she is the abuser, it's easy to ask why Christian didn't just leave. But therein lies the very effed up elements to the cycle of abuse in these types of relationships. Like, you know, I should know I've survived it. A lot of things can happen mentally to someone on the receiving end of abuse, right? Like, we know this. We just have a way of justifying things in our head. It's almost like it's a coping mechanism. It's often a way to survive what's happening, and sometimes you're not even processing what's happening to you. You know, you just kind of convince yourself like, oh, it's not that bad, or I deserve this, or like who's gonna love me anyways? This is the best that I'm gonna get, or I can't leave because I'll have nothing. If I try to leave, they might try to find me and hurt me worse. Like, there's just a million different things that can go on through your head in these situations, and sometimes in your head you think the good parts of the relationship outweigh the bad, and so you end up staying, right? Here's some words directly from Christian. Quote, "The crazy thing about all of this is that yesterday when you effing stabbed me in the effing leg, and you saw how effing bad it was hurting me, and I couldn't effing walk, I couldn't do and you were telling me, I wish I could take your pain away. I wish it was me and not you. The next morning I still woke up happy, even though my leg was hurting because my girlfriend stabbed me. I took you to Vegas to get your blank, drove right back, drank with you, did blow you with you just so you're having a great day, and I'm doing all this while my leg hurts so effing bad." Honestly, with just this information, my heart breaks for Christian in this situation. Like, how this is all we have to go by, so like, how could my heart not break? You know, because it's clear that he's not just physically injured but mentally destroyed at this point in the relationship, to where he's like, well, you know, how wild is it? He said, crazy is it that you did this, you stabbed, like, you did this to my leg, and I still woke up happy because like at least like I'm with you, and I still do these things to like make you happy. And then thinking about her telling him, I wish it was me instead of you, like that's a level of manipulation that is just like actually kind of so mind-blowing. It's just kind of baffling to me that someone would like literally take a knife and do this and then say, oh, I wish it was me instead of you, I wish I was going through the pain instead of you. It's like, bitch, you did this, and now you're acting like, oh, I wish I was the one suffering. I like somehow your mental anguish over this is worse than his. Like that's wild.
Frustrated because you've been practicing the law of attraction, yet abundance seems to elude you. You're not alone. A minuscule 0.1% ever unlock its true potential. But did you know that lack of effort or belief isn't the biggest roadblock? According to NASA neuroscientist Dr. James Rivers, the true cause is a lack of the specific brainwaves associated with deep, transformative meditation. But now, there's a new scientifically designed shortcut that activates these brainwaves. Imagine being able to slip into a state of profound calm and clarity at will. Picture your mind efficiently maintaining this tranquil state, even amidst the chaos of daily life. That's the power of this new technique. The main benefit? It supercharges the ability to meditate and harness the law of attraction like never before. It's like giving your brain a masterclass in tranquility and focus, key ingredients for manifesting abundance. And it's not just talk. Thousands are already reaping the rewards of this pioneering approach. They report more effective meditation experiences and greater abundance coming into their lives. As a result, they feel more at peace and no longer face constant frustration.
Now it's your turn to benefit from this successful new technique.
Let him away.
You won't believe how
Move
something
to
so
the
simple can make such a
Look me
difference.
to the left hand. Look
Click
to
the
right
Learn
hand.
More button to
Look
watch
to
a
the
short
right,
free
look to the
video
left-handed.
explanation of how this
Why?
brainwave
Because
stimulation
it
works,
makes it
in the
easier
words of its current users.
to
But
make
there's more than just enhanced meditation on offer here. Experience improved mental clarity and focus.
orderly manner.
Enjoy deeper, more restful sleep. Boost your overall mood and emotional well-being. Reduce stress levels dramatically. And these are just the immediate effects. Imagine what such improvements could mean over time for your relationships, your career, or your personal growth journey. However, skeptics might not want this solution to become mainstream, fearing it challenges traditional beliefs about meditation and manifestation. So tap the Learn More link and watch the free video while you still can.
So, I'm just gonna turn it. Grab it normally. Turn It's not gonna do it yet. Don't want too much.
With Instacart, everything you love
This
from
is gonna
ShopRite
have
is
to
in your
cut that
phone.
off and then
Keep earning fresh
just
plus
so you
club
can
points
grab it
and explore more savings in the
securely.
app. Order now and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes.
Go through it. I don't like the way this feels.
You can then see evidence of what I believe is Courtney shifting into what's called the reconciliation phase, which then leads to the calm honeymoon phase of the cycle of abuse. Quote, otherwise known as the I'll never do that again stage. This part of the cycle is where your abuser apologizes for the abuse. They may beg forgiveness or feign remorse. Most often they blame the victim for provoking the abuse and or deny that the abuse even happened. Or maybe in Courtney's case, she says, I wish it was me instead of you.
I love you so much, Christian. I should have been at the hospital with you, and I should have slept next to you as I always have. I'm truly, genuinely sorry that my actions hurt you so deeply. That was not my intention. But it's reality, and I have to do what I can to make it right.
Alternatively, they may minimize the abuse, claiming that the abuse wasn't as bad as the victim made it out to be. You start to wonder if you're actually crazy. Interesting word, being that he used that word. Like your abuser may have told you countless times before. This questioning leaves you feeling even more disconnected. And here's the thing, how do you think Miss Courtney apologizes to him the next day after he's stitched up and released from the hospital? By smashing her cell phone into Christian's head and smacking him with her hands as she locked him out of their Vegas hotel room, forcing him to sleep on the cold, hard bathroom floor. This is literally while he's still healing from the previous attack. Here's a message. Can I come back up? I've been in the restroom. My nose is bleeding and the back of my head hurts, like really hurts. I don't know if it was your hand or the phone, but I'm really dizzy. This poor guy is like begging and pleading for her help after she allegedly assaulted him. And how does she respond? Quote, I'm putting your stuff up. You can come get it when I say you can. It was one thing when I was like, writing that out, but like reading that out loud right now is just so intense. Like, you can come get it when I say you can is such a power statement. It is such a power move. It is such a controlling statement. You can do when I say you can. After he's what? He's bleeding, he's dizzy, he might be concussed at this point. It's so, like, it's so dark. The unhinged display of absolute power and control over her victim is so incredibly troubling. So Christian sent repeated texts saying that his head hurt, he was dizzy, he couldn't see straight, he felt nauseous and anxious, even trying to bargain that he didn't need to sleep in the bed, just on their hotel room couch. Like, it hurt to go up and down the stairs of their hotel room from the restroom. He was taking refuge in, probably because Christian still had a big ass stab wound in his leg from the day before. And it's just like, it's just nasty. This is just nasty stuff going on. Like, some people just really, just shouldn't be out in society, if you ask me. Again, this is just the initial look of what's going on so far, but it's hard for me to not have that opinion. Now, what Courtney does next is textbook big
bad, gaslighting, coercive, controlling behavior. Quote, well, I'm really sorry, Christian. I hope you're okay. I'm sorry for hitting you in the face and the back of your head and spitting on you. Is it right? No, you just pissed me the F off, but I still love you. There it is. There's that cycle that we were talking about earlier. There is the alleged abuser blaming the victim, right? You pissed me off, but I still love you. Is it right what I did? Spitting? To get to the place where you're spitting on someone, like hitting and all of those things is one subset of evil, and then spitting is like, it's just like another dimension of up, in my opinion. I'm not saying that spitting is like worse. I'm just saying it's a different kind of twisted, you know what I mean? It's a different kind of up. And so she's doing this and then saying, well, because you make me so mad, you make me so frustrated, you piss me off, but I still love you, so you're welcome. Also, you can come up when I say you can. Like, that's just wild, wild behavior. And I'm just like, were people in their lives, did they know this extent of it? Again, I'm not gonna like blame anyone for doing or not doing anything, but like, did they know this extent of it? And if they did they try to intervene? And if they didn't, was it because of the genders? Like, I just like, this is such a wild, yeah. So anyways, let me get back to it. There was another text from Courtney a few hours later, same incident, a few hours later, after some sleep and, maybe some sobering up. Quote, I just read these texts and I'm truly very sorry for responding like that while you were in pain. So now this is remember the reconciliation, it's gonna head into like the honeymoon phase. Usually follows up with like love bombing and stuff. I should have let you in clearly. I didn't realize you might have a mild concussion. I should have just come back with the medicine. I love you. I'll be back soon. So it sounds like she's not even on the premises. She like left. And I just, now the switch up in her attitude could have been elevated by alcohol. Maybe yes, but do I care? No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to use that as an excuse to behave like this. I think it's also an example of how Courtney's continued display of dominance, right? And how she maintained control over the relationship. Simmer until she explodes all over Christian and then isolate him while he's literally bleeding or concussed and scared, anxious, panicking, and leave him begging for you to help. And then the next day, the love bombing begins. You make me so mad, but I love you. I'm so sorry, but I love you. I'll be back in a little bit. And by the way, like if love bombing is a new phrase for you, like here's a quick explainer from health.com. Quote, love bombing is a type of emotional abuse in which someone uses grand gestures to manipulate another person. A love bomber may bomb you with gifts, compliments, and affection, but these actions are not done out of kindness. A person uses love bombing instead to make a friend, partner, or loved one dependent on them so they can control the relationship. Now, I know that love bombing is kind of become a bit of a trendy word that people are just like kind of throwing around everywhere. Like they say trauma bond like incorrectly. I've seen people use like love bombing kind of incorrectly. Sometimes people will be like, oh well, they gave me a gift and said I love you and took me to dinner, but then a year later we broke up. See how they love bombed me at the beginning by taking me to dinner? And it's like that's not love bombing. That's pretty standard, generic, regular thing that happens in most relationships, especially in the early phases. Love bombing is actually a very strategic, manipulative tactic used intentionally and maliciously to control somebody and to have control over them throughout the relationship. It's a much more extreme thing than I think some people think about it as. So just thought they'd say that. And so in the story, Courtney held a lot of the money, the power, and made the decisions. She paid for the expensive apartment and the trips and allegedly the drugs. And basically, like if she was going to strike Christian, according to witnesses, he was going to take it. If she was going to take a knife to him, he was going to be underhandedly threatened to not report it or mocked, and I dare you to report it. And if she said he was to sleep on the cold bathroom floor with a concussion, guess where he was going to sleep? And then come the gifts, the apologies, I wish I could take your pain away. And it worked every time because she maintained control of Christian. As much as I want to say things got better, didn't. There was a time when Courtney was on tape threatening to hit him.
What is going on?